4 days out from the trial, the floor had already spent his name. He heard it crossing the deck in the dark, never to him, always past him. That's the 4 that saved the girl's hand. A Rell, though, bad blood. 11 to 1 he fails. Somebody ought to tell him. He knows. Look at him walking to the hand stare like he's allowed of it. In a voice that did not trouble to be quiet. He's worth more than the whole shift of you breathing. Petra. Rank E, 19, hands the machines had ruined, and here at first light anyway. I put my bare arm in that frame yesterday, she said, and it came out whole. So go and put your arm where I put mine, and say bad blood to me with it in the jaws. Nobody moved.
He's a different animal, she told me. You can't fix it with a kind word and a good morning. So how does a 4 fix it? A 4 can't draw apart. I looked up the iron stair to the one door they'd never let me climb. Everyone knows a lot of things a 4 can't do, I said. It's not a yes, it's a watch me.
Door sat at the top of that stair in the one warm room in the yard clean vellum, 3 men in clean coats who did not fight the war so much as file it. How does a fitter get a part remade? A fitter doesn't, the man said, kindly, the way you explain a staircase to a dog. File a card. A month. The trial's Friday. Then the trial's Friday, he agreed.
There for 4 seconds I forgot what I was wearing. I stood in a warm room with drawings on the wall and I was home. Then a man explained me to myself like a staircase. Over his board was a first year's error stamped and framed in the one room in Halgren allowed to draw. Said nothing. A grade 4 with opinions is nothing. Fine, no door, then a window.
There was no part coming either. The bearing that joint was owed for 30 years is 400 marks and 11 weeks in an ocean away, and this frame is already inked for scrap. So it isn't a part, he told the empty bay. It was never going to be a part. It has to be geometry.
Got under the knee on his back and the Blackwater lamp on his chest. Somebody rebuilt you twice, he said, and they hate each other. A hardened race filed down by hand, brass shim, cut boilerplate, 2 dead men's opinions bolted through each other. And there's your crack dead across the load path. He set his palm flat and let the new sense work. The crack's not the problem, it's a symptom. It was the draw. He sent the whole war down one column of steel and asked it politely not to break. So don't send it down the column. Kept the shock at the shoulder, split it, run the better half out through your own long bones into the deck. You carry your share, 7, not the world's. He ran the figures 3 times because he always did. It would work. He knew it like his own name, both of them.
He had to draw it, because the thing that lives only in a man's head gets built by no hands but his. No board, no vellum, no right to either the back of a scrap docket, a carpenter's pencil, one dying lamp. Past midnight, the borrowed body came apart under him, and the lines came out true anyway, sure as a signature while the man shook. Came back cold, which wasn't remarkable, and dry, which was. The bay floods when it rains, and it had risen all night, and now it stood in a clean bright arc a foot from his arm and came no nearer. Between him and the flood was framed 7's foot, and the foot had moved. Not up, the accumulators were flat and stone cold. It had rolled onto its edge and made a steel berm across the water.
Woke in this world face down in the water drowning. Not one soul in it looked at me. He pulled back the soaked cuff. 6 tenths to 9. 3 tenths banked while he lay unconscious by a machine with no power in it and no one in the seat that had decided the man asleep in the rising water was not going to drown. The first thing in either of my lives to stand between me and the waters. Put his cold hand flat on the canted instep, the way you gentle a horse, and left it there till the shaking stopped. His, not the machine's. All right, he said when he could. Then hold the knee for me Friday. Hold it in front of them. Let them all watch you.
Did you learn to make that line? Not the fix, the hand. The way you let her fall. I've seen one man in this yard write a fall like that. 1. He drew fixes that took the load off the men, and they hanged him for a line on paper, and I signed the which. Rell was my friend, and I'm sorry. I can't say it to him, so I'm saying it to the hand that draws his falls. Don't waste it.
Slid a scrap docket across the plank. Wenzel's line, the north end steel-off machines already destroyed, drawn against nothing. The one thing they'll let a 4 be handed because you can't steal what the state agreed doesn't exist. Finish it before Friday, he said, and don't sign it, Rell. So I won't, not yet. Let them all wonder whose hand it was. When I've climbed high enough to reach them, I'll sign it in front of the lot of them.